Alright, so I'm going to say this right away because a lot of people were trying to comment on my tier list last time as a regular tier list. This is a low rank tier list, bronze to gold, maybe plat 3 or 2, but the lower ranks of the game. There are heroes that are stronger, heroes that are worse at these lower ranks. One, because of mechanical skill, and two, because of just team coordination. So I'm going to start off with the Vanguards. Doctor Strange is S tier. Doesn't matter if you're new to the game or bad at the game or great at the game or top 500 or whatever. This is a very good hero no matter what. It's kind of hard to mess this up. Captain America is actually a little bit better in my opinion at these ranks. People don't peel their backlines, they don't pay attention to what's going on, and this guy gets to run rampant. He also stalls the carts a lot on payload maps. A lot of people don't know how to actually kill him, and he buys his team enough time, so he's actually really strong. I almost want to put him in S tier, but I can't quite yet because his damage is pretty low. So while he is threatening the backline, he doesn't like straight up murder everyone. Groot A tier, definitely better than Captain America. The only reason I'm not going to put Groot in S tier is because there's a margin of error that can lead to your whole team or just wiping or just getting yourself killed. So I'm talking about Groot placing his walls incorrectly, either walling off teammates and getting them killed or himself killed. It happens so much. But he is a very effective hero. He's really good. He's pretty simple, insanely good ult. But I can't put him in S tier because he's not like dummy proof. Like honestly, Doctor Strange is pretty dummy proof. You have to be straight up trolling to accidentally port your team off the map and get them killed. Alright, next, Venom. I don't know. Venom is kind of falling off at higher elos, and I think he's sort of falling off in general. I think he is A rank. Like, I was going to put him in B, but I'll put him in A because same thing as Captain America. People have trouble dealing with him. He does get to actually run his game plan and not really punished either. So Venom is pretty solid. Pretty solid. All the tanks do really, really well in lower ranks. Magneto. Magneto, actually, I won't put him in S tier. I'll put him in A tier. The reason I put him in A tier is because of his ult. So his ult is so good because it absorbs other ults or just a lot of incoming damage. He could also kill Cloak and Dagger during their first stroke of their ult, and nobody is really utilizing it that way at these ranks. I feel like a lot of the time he ends up being like a weaker Strange because they don't even capitalize on what Magneto's good at, which is keeping people alive, peeling, things like, you know, using his shield. Actually, S rank. It's still S rank. He's still too good. He does pretty good damage. A lot of people play Scarlet, so you get to get that little buff, and it's not that hard to use a shield. Even if you shield like a person that doesn't need a shield, it's still effective in some kind of way. Still has value. Alright, Thor. Honestly, Thor's S tier. A lot of people are wondering maybe why. He's S tier. This character does so much damage. Once you figure out cycling his abilities to get the shields up and knowing when to get out, he is amazing, and it's really not that hard to figure out. I've seen it. Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of Thors that run to the back and just die, but if he doesn't do that, if he plays with even a smidgen of competency, this is basically a huge DPS. He does so much damage to enemy backlines. His ult's so good, and a lot of people are playing Storm now, and it makes her even better. That team up is really good. So I'm gonna put Thor in S tier. These tanks are very good. Peni Parker. I'm gonna be really honest. I'm slightly tempted to put her in S, and the reason for that is because of how good she is at controlling space and how good she is versus flankers. A lot of people try to run flankers. A lot of people that play support complain about their team not peeling flankers. This hero creates a minefield where people try to flank, and they obviously aren't going to do it very carefully or in a very coordinated way. So they end up dying. I think Groot, Penny, like on Hydra, is like one of the most free-low things I've ever seen at lower ranks. People don't know how to deal with it at all. Penny, yeah, she's low-key S tier, man. Like, I want to put her in A rank. I think in all elos, she's like around A, maybe B, but possibly just A. I think she's an underutilized hero. But the fact that she can control space so well, The fact that she can stall with that ult and her web can take out other ults, I can't say why this wouldn't be an S tier character at these lower ranks. Hulk, honestly, really bad. I love Hulk to death. He's one of my most played heroes. But the problem with Hulk, out of all of these tanks, he is one of the tanks that actually relies on his team. He doesn't make anything happen by himself, so to say. So Venom can continuously run into the back and bother people and stall teams out and like disrupt the support so they're not healing their teammate. Captain America, same thing, and he can get away with it. They can both get away with it. Everyone else is amazing in the front. Thor can get away with that, but he actually kills people. The problem with Hulk is Hulk doesn't not really kill people. He's not just a dive tank. This is an all-rounder hero. So he's meant to go to the back, cause some disruption, maybe get a good stun off. Maybe, just maybe, he'll get a kill. And then he goes back to his team and he'll bubble his front line or the back line. The problem at these lower ranks is when you jump in and start making space with Hulk, your team is not going to take that space. They're going to chase some random Squirrel Girl. Something's going to happen where the entire enemy team is able to just turn on you and kill you. And yes, he does have the jump, but he has to charge it. And the time it takes to charge, and yes, you are always charging with Hulk, so technically you should be charged already. But even just jumping in the air, he doesn't get enough air, like horizontally, and he has enough air time going where they can kill you or you kind of just accomplish nothing. Like, you can make an argument for B rank because it's still Hulk, still a really good hero, still a really good team up, amazing hero. But I feel like out of all the tanks, he depends on his team the most. So I'll put him in B rank, not C rank. It's still Hulk, still got the team up, but he is not as good as these other tanks in my opinion at the lower ranks. Alright, let's move on to DPS, the most popular role in the game. Black Panther is B rank. Black Panther and pretty much all the flankers are a little bit worse this season. And I know that the meta is not as relevant in lower ranks, but some of the picks still are. And they are really bad for these flankers. Not to mention Black Panther got nerfed. There's just a lot of different like counters you can pick for him now. He got some nerfs. And he's really, really hard to pilot. Possibly one of the hardest heroes in the game to actually play effectively and not just make your team play a 5v6. I'm going to move him down to C rank. I feel like so many of these Black Panthers kind of just do nothing and leave you in a 5v6 situation most of the time. And it's because he's hard. He is really hard. It's hard to execute his game plan. It's hard to control. So I'm going to put him in C rank. Black Widow, the worst hero in the game. I'm sorry. At these ranks, she's the worst hero in the game. She has all of the problems that she has in the top 500 or Grandmaster or Diamond or whatever, right? She hits people. She gets support on the enemy team. They're all charged because she doesn't finish the job. But at these lower ranks, they're not really getting headshots. They're just getting body shots. So the same thing, but worse. Now your Cloak and Dagger on the enemy team is getting their ult every 30 seconds instead of every 40 seconds. She's just not very effective. And with people having lower mechanical skills in these ranks, even worse. Hawkeye, this is still an A rank hero in my opinion, at every rank. He's not as effective at max range, but you can still beam people from like a pretty relative range, like 20, maybe 25 yards. Still really good hero. Hela, S rank, still in S rank. Very powerful. The nerfs didn't do that much. I think she's S rank at top 500. I think she's S rank and bronze. It doesn't matter. She's not that hard to play. She still has all of those amazing tools. She still does a ton of damage. She still has really good team up. She still has an amazing ult. It's still Hela. Iron Fist is a little bit worse. I don't know what I was cooking in my last low rank tier list where I put him in S rank because people had trouble dealing with them. We've evolved a little bit, right? We're all a little bit better at the game, even the new players, even the bronze players. He's B rank. There's a lot of new picks in the game, like Namor. Penny's getting a little more popular. So I think flankers in general are a little weaker, but this character has a lot of problems. Like, as people get better at the game, he's only going to get worse. And that's kind of what I'm seeing. He's like maybe B rank, maybe C rank. I'll put him in B rank because He actually is pretty easy to play compared to Black Panther. Like actually executing his game plan. Even if you die for it, maybe you'll get a trade. Iron Man, this is I'll say A rank. Maybe S rank actually. So the thing about him is he's really easy. If they happen to play Hulk, he becomes like 10 times better. And people can't really aim that well. Or he just gets healed up by Invisible Woman's shield. She can put shields in the air. It's really good for flyers. People have trouble hitting him to begin with. His ult can go through other like support ults. I think he might just be S rank actually. Magik is S rank. Okay, listen. Okay, like A rank. Magik's really hard to play. She is really hard to play. Let's be honest. But if you take the time, and I'm telling you, if you're watching my video and you're bronze, you're silver, you're gold, maybe this is your first time playing the game, invest in Magik. She's really hard, but once you actually understand the basic game plan and you're just like competent, I promise you this hero is free low. This character is so good at destroying low rank lobbies and just solo carrying. She's so good. She does so much damage. She's so good at surviving and getting away with what she's doing. Just an amazing hero to invest in. I can't put her in S rank because she is pretty hard. A lot of the times you're going to throw. A lot of the times as you're learning her, you're going to be the reason your team lost. Don't be scared. Keep playing her. I promise it's going to pay off. Mr. Fantastic. I love Mr. Fantastic. This is my most played hero right now. It was very highly anticipated for me. I love Fantastic Four. But I might have to put my boy in B rank. It really depends, right? If your team locked in 2 tanks and you have to play DPS, you're going to be one of the 2 DPS. This character is kind of bad, especially at low ranks, right? I would say like B rank, right? I would say he's about B rank, like the lower end of B rank. The reason being, he doesn't do a lot of damage. He's also like an all-rounder like Hulk. He is the most effective at enabling his team and also locking people down or pulling people in. So he works a little bit like Bucky. He works a little bit like Hulk. And at the lower ranks, that can be amazing, but it can also go the other way around. A lot of people play this character and they just want to see if they can go into the big mode and fight all the time. And I see them just kind of get big and die. Like you have 900 health, but they're going to burn right through it. So they're not really like effectively shielding, right? They're just shielding to get the elasticity immediately and then going in and fighting. But if you actually play this hero as an all-rounder and your team only has 1 tank and you do 3 DPS and he's the second or the third DPS, he works as a second tank and he ends up being a really good pick. He's anti-dive. He has really good utility. He has a shield for his team. He can block with his deflect. He can block Iron Man's ult. A really good hero. I had a friend that was playing him and someone was like complaining, like, can you switch off like Mr. Fantastic? And I explained to him, like, man, we have 3 DPS and 1 tank. He's essentially working as a second tank. So what is there to complain about? And he's doing it effectively too. He's shielding people. He's deflecting. He's absorbing damage. He's making space as a DPS. Mr. Fantastic is secretly a tank, but he's a DPS. If you try to play him as a DPS and go war mode all the time, he's really ineffective. He's really bad. He's not going to do that much damage. But if you actually play him on a team with like 3 DPS and you happen to be one of those, and you play him more like a tank, ends up being a very good hero. I would put him like lower end of A rank in that case. Moon Knight is also, actually, yeah, he's A rank for sure. He's possibly, yeah, he's better than Magik in this case. He's a lot easier to access, like his game plan and what he's going to do. Does so much. He might even be S rank. He might be S rank at every rank, but the lower ranks, I'll put him in A rank because a lot of people can't aim with him still. You know what? Actually, that's exactly why he's S rank. You don't have to aim. You shoot at people's feet with this hero. You drop the onk at their feet. And you cash in. You just do a bunch of damage. You build ult really fast. And that's really important because you build ult insanely fast, which means you can burn through the support ults. And the support ults are one of the most like deciding factors of games right now. So he's really effective because he can go through those ults. He's also effective because he does a bunch of pad damage and builds his ult really fast. He can also burst people. Like, people don't know how to do like the flank and like the burst on single targets with him at most ranks. That's why I almost put him in A rank, but then I was like, no, you don't have to aim. Just hit the tank. Just hit the big target and get all the residual damage. Namor's S rank. I don't know what I was cooking last time. This hero is broken. He's so easy. He's a projectile hero. His squids do most of the work. You pair him up with Luna Stowe. No one's going to flank you. Nobody's going to flank you. The Ice Squid has a lot of health. It does a lot of damage. If he gets a headshot, they start like beaming somebody down. This hero does so much damage passively anytime he lands a headshot. And honestly, you could probably get to Grandmaster without even getting headshots. Just playing Namor off body shots and putting your squids in good spots. He's going to be effective. His ult's so good in like specific situations. Or if you're dueling somebody, you just dunk on them with the whale and win the trade. There's nothing wrong with that. His bubble's amazing. Amazing hero that's very easy to play. He's really, honestly, better than these two. Yeah, I think he's better than Hela. I think he's better than all of these. By the way, I haven't organized this yet, but he's definitely better than those DPS. Amazing hero. Amazing hero. Really easy too. Spider-Man's also C rank. Really hard to actually do anything effective with him. Really hard to not just handicap your team and leave them 5v6. Like, yeah, you might be like cracked at Spider-Man, but you're probably gonna, if you are cracked at Spider-Man, you're gonna be in low ranks for like a day. You would be watching this video. If you've been in low ranks for a while and you're curious about what you think the best heroes are on these ranks, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're a Spider-Man main and you're stuck in low ranks, there's possibly something that you need to work on, and it's okay because this hero is really, really hard. But just know that the majority of the time, Spider-Man is going to be ineffective. Even people that are really good at Spider-Man have trouble getting the full value out of this hero that they believe the hero can get. So Spider-Man, he's honestly worse than Black Panther. And with Namor being so popular right now and Penny getting more popular and all this support, sustain meta stuff, even worse. Psylocke is somewhere in the lower end of A rank. She can do body shots and do a lot of damage. She has an amazing ult. She's a really hard hero to play, just like Magik. I don't think she gets the same like value because her ult has like more counterplay now, and in general always had counterplay. So I do think Magik's better than her, but she is really good and is a good investment, honestly. I just think that because she's so mechanically difficult, it's hard to put her like an S rank, even though she has a good ult. I'll put her like at the lower end of A rank. Like, the ult's kind of easier to counter now. On top of this hero having a really high margin of error. Punisher is A rank, maybe S rank. So the thing that makes this hero so good is he can take so much space up with this turret. A lot of people don't deal with the turret. Even in platinum rank, people will just let him turret down like the center and hold point. And they won't contest it, they won't peek it, they won't beam it down. This hero becomes a really big problem. You can't CC him during his ult. So once he ult, he basically just takes the point for free, unless they manage to beam him down. So he controls a lot of space. Does a lot of damage. The shotgun buff is real. If you're trying to play Groot or something, he blasts you away. So he's just really effective. Really easy as well. And a lot of people don't like actually contest him. Scarlet Witch is better in these lower ranks. If this was like regular ranks, like Diamond, Diamond or possibly GM Plus, I'd put her like right here. Worst hero in the game. Actually not a real hero. But at these ranks, people don't turn around. They don't peel. They don't actually do anything to deal with people like Scarlet Witch. So she might actually be A rank. Because they'll even let her get an ult off. Like, I've seen so many clips of Scarlet Witches getting like 5-man, 6-man ults. And it's always like bronze, silver, and gold. I think once you're like gold, she's a like maybe C rank, maybe B rank. But I think like if you're going bronze and silver, she's an A rank hero. And she's so easy to play. It's hard to mess it up. Alright, Storm. Actually, Star-Lord first. Whoop. Star-Lord is A rank as well. Actually, I want to put him in... Yeah, I'll put him in S rank. So I'm going to put him at S rank because this hero, like the biggest thing in these lower ranks is how good can your hero execute their game plan? How easy can they do it? And how good is your hero at not dying? Like honestly, how can they do something from far away where they're safe? Or how can they do it without dying? And Star-Lord's really good at everything. He's really good at executing his game plan. He's really good at changing his game plan in these lower ranks. And he's really good at just not dying. And then once you build the ult, you'll see that this hero just automatically gets value just because of that. So the fact that he doesn't die and he has that amazing ult, I have to put him in S rank. Alright, Storm. Storm's a little bit harder to rank. I'm going to save her last, actually. I'll do Storm last. Winter Soldier is... I'll say he is A rank. I think last time I put him in S rank. It's not that he's super hard to play. It's that a lot of people have trouble figuring out his effective range, when they should do certain things. And he's becoming a little bit easier to counter. Like, again, is getting ulted by 3 supports now. I think Bucky's just a little bit worse this season just because of the way the meta changed. Like, he's still really good. It's still Bucky. He's a little bit harder to play on the harder side, but he's really effective. He's good at pulling people out of fights, and that just has a ton of value on its own. I think I had him S rank because of that. But we also weren't playing like triple support meta. And believe it or not, I do see triple support meta at lower ranks too. Alright, Wolverine. Honestly, really bad. Like, for the same reasons as Hulk. Wolverine doesn't just pull tanks out and, you know, quote unquote kidnap them. He pulls them into his team and his team helps him. He doesn't usually kill them by himself. He can, but it makes it like a little bit less likely. On top of that, the team doesn't like take the space that he makes in these lower ranks. So like at a high rank, Wolverine goes in, he'll grab a tank, pull it into his team. They will all turn and kill that tank really fast, and they'll take space. Or the tank gets pulled into their team, uses cooldowns, or support use cooldowns, and your team takes space and they blue ults, and he gets value. And at the lower ranks, I've actually had Wolverines on my team that I'm pretty sure are Smurfs. Like when the season reset, right? We had like Wolverines that were whatever. We're in these diamond lobbies. It's like silver or gold rank. But there's people that you see like Wolverines that are like, dude, that guy's probably like a top 500 player. Like, just they're playing like insanely well. And so many times I saw them do exactly what he's supposed to do, and nobody like did anything to help. They didn't actually capitalize on it. They didn't do anything like take space or shield him or do anything like that. So a lot of the time you're on your own as Wolverine, and this is a hero with a high risk factor. He's better than these two. I'll put him in B rank, but I do feel like he's one of those heroes that just work better at higher ranks because of that. Alright, last DPS, Storm. Storm is kind of hard. She's not hard to play, hard to rank. She's pretty easy to play. Her team up is amazing. It is probably the best DPS in the game right now, actually. I might put her in S rank. I think she might be better than Namor even. So the reason being is people aren't that good at aiming, so they have trouble hitting her. She can get coverage on like, you know, pieces of rooftops, but also Invisible Woman really like enables her. Like, I have trouble shooting down storms now because Invisible Woman shields, because Magneto shields, because she can fly behind walls. So it's like actually hard to kill her now. I said I was saving her for last. I lied. I forgot about Squirrel Girl. Squirrel Girl's S tier. Squirrel Girl is S tier. I think Squirrel Girl low-key might be S tier at high ranks. She does so much damage. The ult is really good. It's actually insane now. It will turn around team fights very easily. People do not shoot that thing. It's just flying around, destroying people, making you blow cooldowns, or just your team just gonna wipe. She builds it insanely fast. She's really hard to track down and kill, and she has that annoying ass crowd control. Actually, so hard to duel. If you get snared by her, it's over, man. You lost, and it's a really easy snare to land. So she's good at literally dueling. She's good like for 100 yards away. Has an amazing ult. Just a really good hero. All right, Adam Warlock. this hero Loki sucks at these ranks. I don't think Adam Warlock's bad in general. I think he's a good hero, but he's one of the harder heroes to play. A lot of people just spam his heal, so then they don't have it later. They don't actually like rotate cooldowns or understand how his multi-heal works. Like, you can heal more than one person at once. A lot of people just will spend it on random one guy that's standing by himself. And then when we actually need the heal, he doesn't have it. Or this guy's just playing DPS. They never use their ult. A lot of people just don't know how to play this hero. I think that's the case for like a lot of ranks, even Diamond, even like GM. I don't think a lot of people know how to play Adam Warlock. But especially Bronze, Silver, Gold, absolutely not. You're either not getting healed or he's not using anything that would even like make it reasonable to pick him. Like, you pick this guy for the revive and for the ward that makes it so everyone takes less damage, and they don't ever use it at the right time. So honestly, really bad. Really bad. Cloak and Dagger's S tier. I don't care what rank you are. Builds ult too fast. Ult changes the pace of the game. Ult is game winning, and she can do it like every 20 seconds. I swear to God, I always hear this hero ulting, and it ruins my day. A lot of people are hating Rocket right now. I get why, because he doesn't have a defensive ult and his heals are slow. But at these ranks, he's really good. And he's probably really good at like the top 500 or whatever. But he is really good at these ranks just because he's such a good heal bot. And if you were playing triple support, even better. But a lot of people will be playing Punisher, and he actually enables him really well. It's hard to kill Rocket. A lot of people have trouble doing it. So he can stall the cart pretty well. And his healing is huge. It's just really slow. Like, generally speaking, you're all going to have more health at all times. But he doesn't have any burst healing. Like, if you need to be saved, you're going to die. So I'm not going to put him in S rank. He's definitely just A rank. Jeff the Shark, also A rank. The reason he's A rank is like, okay, they buffed his heal a little bit. He doesn't have like a really cool team up like Rocket does with Punisher. But his ult is really good. People still don't spread out. They get eaten by it. Or you can use it to save your team. I think using your ult to eat your whole team and save them from like a catastrophic ult is actually more effective and less gimmicky than just trying to eat the whole team and fly off the map. So he is actually pretty reasonably good at these ranks. Invisible Woman is S tier. S tier ultimate. Really, those shields are ridiculous. I'm starting to lose my mind. Whenever I try to take offense and I see one of her stupid little shields, man, pop up as I'm about to get the last hit, I almost crash out. This hero, really good. She's really slippery. She's hard to pin down and kill. Her ult is very good. She has one of the best ults in the game. But that little shield is way more effective and way better than you guys might think. You might think, oh, it's just a little shield that heals. No, she can save people from last hits. She enables flyers like Storm. So Storm basically gets extra coverage in the air, making her better than she already is. I think Invisible Woman's just a ridiculously good hero. Loki's amazing. Look, this is an S tier hero at like high rank or any decent rank, right? Diamond, maybe higher plat, GM, whatever. Really good hero. The reason I'm not putting him in S rank is because he's kind of hard, or you just have to understand like the way he plays, right? Like his clone placement. That's going to change based on the map, what point of the map you're at. You want it to be facing so it's like the most optimal for doing damage and healing. So you build ult faster. And when you have ult with Loki, you can have any ult. You can have Luna Snow ult or Invisible Woman or Cloak and Dagger and have like game saving ults that stall you guys out enough to win the game. Or you can turn into Iron Man and blow the whole team away. Like, Loki's just very versatile. Really good. It's like a Swiss Army knife. He's just a little bit harder to use. And I feel like people mess up his clone placement so much. Or they'll even mess up like his ult. Like, they'll turn into something stupid like oh, no offense, with Peni Parker. Like, that's not going to win us a game, bro. Turn it to Luna Snow or something. Like, a lot of their decision making, their game sense, and their mechanics are lower. So I feel like Loki doesn't get to shine as much as he should. And these two are automatically S rank. They're automatically S tier heroes at any elo. Because their ults are so stupidly good. And they build them so fast. That it's just no more fun. Like right here, this is the no fun gang. Like all of these women right here. No fun allowed. They make it like impossible to just finish games and win. And if you don't cycle ults better than they do, you just lose. I'm sorry, that's just the truth. A lot of you need to hear that. A lot of you need to hear that. The reason you lost in bronze, silver, and gold isn't because of your team or because you're not getting healing or whatever. It's because of the way your team cycled ults. This game is about cycling ults and cooldown timers. That is it. Once you realize this game is about cycling ults and cooldown timers, you'll start doing better, I promise. And these heroes right here, these 4, are demonic level threats when it comes to that. Honestly, I was going to organize this tier list. I'm not going to. Like this, they're all pretty much like equal. Like everyone up here, I'll organize these, right? These are the best heroes for climbing at low ranks. These 4 right here. And then honorable mention that comes after them would be like Invisible Woman, right? Where did Invisible Woman go? Oh, I lost you because you look the same as this one. Alright. These 4, best heroes for climbing. And then it's everybody else. Everyone else is equal. From Strange to Squirrel Girl, they're equal. They're just all really insanely good for climbing. Or for like lower ranks. These are all really good too. They're not organized though. These are not ordered. They're just really good. We have insanely good, like optimal. We have very good. We have mediocre. We have bad. And we have trash with Black Widow. That's it. Don't think of one better than the other, except for these guys. In fact, hold on. Let's give them their own rank. Whoops. We're going to make the S+, right? So we'll call this like S+. Make that like a nice purple. And they're going up there, right? They're up here where they can't hurt anyone else. These are the 4 horsemen of just winning games. If you want to win games, I don't care if you play DPS or tank. If you just want to get it a bronze, silver, gold, just swallow your pride for a second and play one of these ladies. And I don't care if your team already has 2 supports. There's already a Jeff and Rocket on there. Slap a 3rd one on there. I promise you, you'll still win. Alright guys, that's it for my low rank like tier list. This is what I think the most effective heroes are from bronze to gold. I think these are going to be the ones that you want to pick if you want to climb out faster or just like more optimally. Or you just want to try something fun. You just want to have a power trip for a second and have fun doing it. Nothing wrong with that. Anyways guys, as always, like, subscribe, lots of comments. It helps the algorithm pick up my video more and send it to more people. I would really appreciate that. You know, let's help out all our homies that are stuck in bronze, silver, and gold. We can get them out. I have barely played ranked since the season came out because I'm so busy. I'm moving soon. I'm already plat. At least I'm plat, right? I ended last season in Diamond. We're going to end this season in like GM or Celestial. That's my goal. So we're already plat. We still got 2 more months. I'm going to get Celestial, guys. That's my promise. Not my promise. I don't like lying. That's my goal. Thanks for watching.